Lee Daniels, the Butler, is a story of, and it's inspired by a true story of a man that served many presidents at the White House, from Eisenhower, Truman actually, to Reagan, and at its heart, it's a father and son love story. The backdrop is the civil rights movement, and we witnessed the civil rights movement through the Butler's eyes. I did a movie called Precious, and right after that movie, I was offered this script, and it was a father and son love story. And so I am, at that time I was having difficulty with my kid, and I remember having a difficult time with my father, and it just I was moved by the love story between the father and son. And it wasn't until we started shooting that I realized, oh wow, we're shooting the bus scene, and I'm thinking, this is on another level. And it struck me that we were talking about some serious subject matter in history. We live in New York City, and it's embarrassing when I have my kids with me, and I've had my kids with me, and we are trying to they're in their soccer uniforms, and it's raining out, and we are trying to get a taxi, and our neighbors that are in front of us and behind us will get picked up, and we can't. And it's embarrassing to have that conversation with them, because it's almost politically incorrect, I believe, until this movie, to talk about race. It's politically incorrect to call the race card, because I don't believe in embracing that. If you embrace it, it becomes real. It's easier, and I don't like having it, to have the sex talk with them, as opposed to talking about why it is that people don't like you, and why can't you get it, and why is it that my son is followed in the 7-Eleven, and why, and so it's hard, and so for me, and I don't know whether it's bad parenting, I've not been able to have that conversation, but I think that this movie explains the genesis of from where it cometh. Do you know what I mean? Oprah. Well, she worked with me. She produced Precious for me, so we were friendly, and we were looking for something to do, and so I pleaded, I begged, I called, I stalked, because I remembered how magnificent she was in The Color Purple, and it was time. It's time to see her again. Come on. And so I tricked her and got her, and it was intimidating in the beginning, and then it was magical, and I look forward to working with her again. Forrest Whitaker is one of the greatest actors of our generation, and I think he's, oh God, the humility. It trickled down to everybody, from crew members to all the other actors. We had a lot of actors to deal with, personalities and everything, but when you start at the top, when the butler is humble and says, "Yes, sir, how can I serve you, Mr. Director?" Come on, that's a class act. I think Danny Strong's incredible script was what attracted them, and I was just a puppeteer. If you really look at the actors, just their political beliefs, you'll see that they were there for the story. They were there because they had something to say. They knew it was time, that it was timely. They were doing it for reasons that I wasn't doing. As I told you, I was doing it for the father-son piece. They got the bigger picture. Go figure.